And that's not exactly what we thought the end of the journey would be. Didn't see it coming. In a sense, foreboding. Because it had all the makings of a disastrous finish physically. We have seen how many Achilles injuries have we seen born out of a calf strain that you're wondering if somebody is coming back too soon from, or wondering if they're making the right. And he makes not one, not two, but three three-pointers, and you're thinking, this is a Halliburton night. And then with 4:55 to go in that first quarter. Done.
9 points in 7 minutes.
It's just absolutely gutting for a guy who did what he did over and over and over again. The personification of the resilience of this team, the never say die, never quit style of play, the pace that the Pacers would keep up for Rick Carlisle. And he goes down in a heap with 4:55 to go in the first quarter. And then SGA is the one to come up with a 29-12 assist, 5 rebound, 2 block, 1 turnover game, which is the Halliburton stat. Fill up the stat sheet for yourself, your teammates, playing all-around game, don't turn it over. Instead, the Pacers are the one that turned it over, and the Thunder turned it into points. It was just absolutely gutting to watch Tyrese Halliburton go down. And I know a lot of people are thinking that photograph on the screen there, where SGA is holding up the Larry O.B. in front of the Oklahoma City Thunder fans who were going nuts, that this photograph might not have happened had Halliburton been healthy, played the full game. His Achilles did not give way, and I understand that that's the 2 cents. But unfortunately, it did happen, and I think the Oklahoma City Thunder, at the end of the day, were just the better, deeper team, and I know that's not fair to say right now.
That's
Pacers fans.
Bottom line right there. The best team won.
With the best player in the NBA this year. Catch the Rich Eisen Show live weekdays from 12 to 3 p.m. Eastern on Roku Sports Channel in the U.S.
I bet you're wondering how I got here.
Rebecca!
Welcome to our new digs, our new studios in the NYC. It's your boy Stephen A. In case you haven't figured it out, and I gotta sit there and say this. I have to say this. Whoever decorated this place is pretty marvelous. Look at this photo right here. I mean, this is beautiful. This is beautiful, you know.
Morning, Stephen.
Hey.
Is this serious?
What do you mean?
We have a photo of you like it's your living room?
You're the face of the network. Work on General Hospital, you know, soap operas on ABC and stuff like that. They do stuff like that. But you know, if you want me to, I can hire somebody for you. Check it out. I'll talk to you.
Yeah, I'm sure you will. Host to get some love around here. There we go. First take starts right now.
I feel like this organization's in a good spot. They've obviously done it in the past, so I think they know what it takes and they know how to do it, and it's only a matter of time.
The Oklahoma City Thunder are going back to the NBA Finals.
I want to win the NBA championship. Like, it's always about winning for me.
One of the greatest regular seasons in NBA history. And now, for the first time, the NBA champion resides in Oklahoma City.
We did what it took this year to be champions, and we deserve this. We rose to the moment, and here we are.
The Thunder are champions, and we have a brand new studio. As you can see, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the first take. Thank you for being with us. We got Stephen A. in the building. My guy, Brian Windhorst, who I have not seen in months, so I'm very happy to see you in the flesh. And Jay Will, of course. Gentlemen, what do we think of the new digs?
It's cool. It's cool. It's cool.
We like it.
I can't complain.
Yeah, all the angles, no hiding, nothing.
There are actually some very large photos of both of you in this building.
Yes.
Let's say that.
I want to say this. I did not ask for them. I don't think they're necessary, but I don't mind.
On that note, new studio, same show, clearly. And as I mentioned, the Oklahoma City Thunder are NBA champions. The Pacers gave OKC everything they can handle despite the devastating injury to Tyrese Halliburton, but the Thunder capped off a historically great season
For
with
Erica?
SGA taking home Finals MVP honors. Here's the MVP.
I'm
A
sorry?
lot of hard work, a lot of hours in the gym. This isn't just a win for me. This is a win for my family. This is a win for my friends. This is a win for everybody that was in my corner.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
This is a win for the fans. The best fans
Oh,
in the
okay.
world.
Not so long ago, Shea, this was a 22-win team. So what does it mean to you now to be standing here as a champion?
You just gonna
Yeah, it means everything.
either way, whatever you want.
You play the sport to win. You play every sport to win. We have a team full of competitors. We did what it took this year to be champions, and we deserve this.
Oh, please stop.
We rose to the moment, and here we are.
The title capped up a historic season for OKC, who finished with 84 wins in the regular season and playoffs combined, tied for the third most in NBA history, just behind the 95-96 Bulls and those 2015-2016 Warriors. Good company to be in. Stephen A., here's what I want to know from you. What's the biggest reason OKC won this title?
Well, it's because of that brother right there, who, by the way, I want to applaud for reminding America and the world what you play for. I mean, get us to forget about that, but you actually play trying to win some championships. It actually does matter. So I applaud him for that. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander's something spectacular.
Okay.
To be approaching his 27th birthday.
I
To
see
be
it.
3 consecutive years averaging over 30. To be a runner-up for league MVP last year, and then to show up this season.
Just told me to go back that way. That's what you want?
Leading the
Oh,
team to 68
that's what you mean by across the street that way.
coming to the finals with an 80 and
When you say across the
18
street, I thought you meant like through that light
and
right
then
now.
to play the way that he played.
So
It's just something.
when
to
it's pointing
behold.
this way, I'm like, oh.
Yesterday coming out, just start.
That was supposed to be it's one down there, but I'm gonna go right here.
And they all ultimately award them. They start off a little jittery.
Wherever the road takes you, Kevin is ready to drive you forward with power unleashed.
Not he came out looking to score and let you know what you expect is what I'm going to give you. He was not phased at all. He didn't shoot well, 8 for 27, but he didn't look panicky. He didn't look like he was lacking composure or anything like that. I gave him all the credit in the world, but they were assisted to some degree by the injury to Tyrese Halliburton, which broke all of us. If you're a basketball fan, that was exactly what you did not want to see. When he went down, you just said, damn, because remember, he shot 4 times. He hit his first 3 shots. He hit 3 of his first 4 shots, all 3 were 3-pointers. And it looked like it was going to be one of those nights where this brother was going to go off. And if he was going to go off, it was going to call upon Shea and the rest of the crew in Oklahoma City to give you a little something extra if they were going to pull out the championship. And then he goes down, and you're just deflated. Indiana still fought and what have you. You look at Rick Carlisle, you look at the rest of the team, the Miles Turners and Neesmiths of the world. Looked like the moment was a little bit too big for them. T.J. McConnell had a big-time third quarter in Game 7, just like he did in Game 5, but then only had 1 shot in each quarter in Game 5 and Game 7. You just looked at it at the end of the day, and you ask yourself the biggest reason for the Thunder winning the title is because they have one of the top 2 players on the planet playing for them, who's a reigning league MVP, that just put the world on notice. I have a
That's why you said across the street.
and I have no intentions of going anywhere anytime soon. The road to Titletown is going to have to come through me. That's what I saw in Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, and that's why Oklahoma City are the reigning champions.
I agree with you. I think there's a larger identity picture that people may not talk about as much today, that I think the players need to be set up for success. And some people,
No problem.
like you or Stephen A. Smith, we just had to call it. There's somebody that found and saw Stephen A. Smith. So like, oh, that's different. Now you have to mold into that. The whole LeBron James talked about the person in the Coliseum, understand all that. But the architect of culture overhyped to me is Sam Preston. Because if you saw in that third quarter, when they started to put the squeeze on them, the star of this team is their defense. It's the sum of the collective. Now, SGA is a superstar. There's no doubt about that. but their defense is the one that gives them so many points or possessions, and that's what makes this team elite. You talk about flipping PG into SGA and 5 first-round picks. Think about that foresight to have that, to see that SGA has turned out into the player he is. Jalen Williams, the 12th pick in the draft. Santa Clara, where is it? A guy that had to practice and participate in a scrimmage during the NBA draft combine. Sam Presti found him. The vision to sit out Chet Holmgren for a year. Oh, you're talented. I'm going to need you with this injury. Sit out for a year. Cautionary tale. And then for him to defensively anchor the backbone of this defensive championship team. The fact that they have 15-plus first-round picks, the fact that they have so much cap space that sets them up for the future. Casey Wallace, Lou Dort, you add in Alex Caruso, all the names that Hartenstein, we talk about what he would have been like on the New York Knicks team this year. The pieces that he's masterminded, put together, it reminds me similar to Howie Roseman and what they were doing with Philadelphia, right? It's like, I'm not going to overpay for certain pieces. I'm going to have them be homegrown. I'm going to make them be additive. I'm going to value system and alignment over individuals. And these two leaders, in Jalen Hurts and SGA, MVP caliber players, that lead with how they play on the field and how they play on the court, more so than what they say. And I think Sam Presti has learned a lot over his time at OKC, and I think his name deserves to be in the lights with the Bob Myers and the Pelicans.
What is the perfect NBA basketball team? Kind of a superstar, right? You got one of those. Check. You got to have a couple of really good supporting players that you can rely on to like maybe score 40 points in the finals. They got it. Check. You need size. You got to have size. You have 273s at first time. You got to have depth. Now they may only go 7 or 8 deep when it really matters, but they play 10 deep, no problem. You got to have camaraderie. You got to have defense. Leadership. That's a 68 wins. That's how you get to 2 game 7s that you win. That's how twice you're down the series 2-1 on the road where you're facing game 4 and you're in trouble in those games. And you get through it. They are a perfect modern basketball team. They have been constructed as if they were constructed in a laboratory. It doesn't always work when that happens, but that's what they have. Now, can they keep going? That's another question. But they are a perfect team, and we saw them go through a near-perfect season.
One of the names that I'm going to tell him, and he probably won't like it. I'm going to tell him the name. One NBA calendar last year. And Oklahoma City Thunder won the championship. Betty is just descended from the Raptors. Now look over at Kendrick Perkins. Kendrick Perkins is shedding a tear.
What's right?
Kendrick Perkins. Because he was so happy for the owner, Clay Bennett. He started talking about off the air what a wonderful, wonderful owner and what a wonderful, wonderful man he is. It starts there. Because when you have an owner that people want to work for and an owner that players want to play for, that goes a long way. I've been all over Sam Presti. I've talked about his greatness as an executive. But I said, I don't give a damn about executive of the year. You've been the head of this franchise since 2007. Always be closing. Glenn Ross, one of my favorite all-time speeches by Alec Baldwin. I said, always be closing. You got to close. And sure enough, he closed last night. Dagno, young coach, made a huge, because if they had lost this finals, we would have been talking about game 1. We would have been talking about why did you change your lineup before the ball was even tipped off. Rick Carlisle was already in your head.
They gotta let off the hook, guys. Come on, man.
Who is a
Please.
great coach. All right, we looked at him throughout this series, and there was plenty of times we looked at him and we said he's getting the best. He's getting the better of that though. So to watch him do what he did as a coach, you can't say enough about it. They overcame all the skepticism, all the criticism. Today we have to look at Sam Presti as being that elite.